the Lollapalooza podcast, a legal comedy podcast where we discuss some of the most ridiculous laws and funny cases from around the world while sipping on some adult beverages. All related to that week's theme.
A dramatic pause.
Yes. Gotta have that sometimes, right? My name is Shauna Vasilko.
I'm Miranda Deuce.
And I am Lindsay Reedy.
And we are three North Carolina attorneys bringing you a unique twist on legal cases. But nothing in this podcast should be construed as legal advice. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on Spotify,
Amazon,
Apple,
YouTube,
Google,
and wherever else you might get your podcast. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Lollapalooza Podcast. Have a law or case suggestion or want to send us a note? You can email us at lollapaloozapodcast@gmail.com. And shout out to our first email.
We got our first fan mail.
Oh, yay!
Yesterday.
John Watts, a friend of mine, actually sent us a message in, and he played along with our game in episode 8 and actually won 6 street creds. Way to go, John.
So I think we'll send him some stickers, right?
Yeah, we'll definitely send him some stickers out so he can keep supporting us.
It's the only swag we currently have, but we'll get you hooked up with some stickers.
Well, this week's theme is Hitman. Or men.
Oh, boy.
Or I guess women.
women.
I mean, let's not
Hit people.
Hit children.
So-
I'm sure. Yeah.
Somewhere in the world there is, I am sure.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, well, everything's terrible and bad, so.
Yeah.
Okay, and moving right along.
Lindsay has the law this week.
I do. The law I am titling The Law Against Renting Hitman. Or Hitman.
Oh, that's interesting, because my case is called Rent-A-Hitman. Or don't.
We may actually have the same, but we will see.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, we can do some back and forth then, because I could not find a funny or exciting law on Hitman. It's not like they have laws out there saying you have to wear yellow when you kill people, or they just say don't hire people to kill others. So, but
Kind of like a universal
yeah,
law.
Yeah.
almost unspoken even, I feel, or we don't have to say it, but.
Well, the name of the drink this week is real original. It's also called Hitman.
Wow.
It should be interesting. It has 1 part red wine. I use this fancy. Ooh, where is it? Fancy dark wine here from 19 Crimes. I really love them. They have an app. You can check that out. That's kind of cool. It also has soda, Coke, and amaretto.
Okay.
And those are your 3 ingredients for the drink this week. I
It
do have
smells
a quick
nice.
little tip for you, though.
It smells terrible. Don't smell
So,
it.
I, again, came unprepared and didn't have a corkscrew. So, I discovered a fancy little tip for all you out there with no corkscrew. You simply take your power drill, a long screw, and screw it in, and then you take another screwdriver and just pry it right on out. It works like a charm.
Wow.
So
Are we going to
there-
have chunks
there you
of
go.
corkscrew in here?
Nope, it came out very nice and clean.
Oh, that's nice.
But, to the Hitman drink.
To a Hitman
Two
drink.
Hitmen.
Ew.
So it tastes like Robitussin. It straight up tastes like Robitussin. But I can't say that I hate it.
Yeah, why is it
It's
that
the
it's
soda,
not?
the Coke, I think.
I don't know what it is. I mean, is it my favorite? No. But would I drink it? For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. It tastes better than it smells.
Yes.
So,
What do you think it smells like?
Unmentionables.
Unmentionables.
it does kind of smell like sweat.
Yeah.
But it
Ew.
tastes like Robitussin, the cherry kind, which is arguably the best kind. Or maybe the only one, I don't know.
Interesting.
Kind of has the color too, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, what if that is Robitussin?
It's not.
I have
it's
questions.
red wine. Soda.
I know I saw you make it, but what if Robitussin is just red wine
They're
soda in
hitmen.
amaretto?
They're hitmen.
Maybe
They're trying to
I
take
think
us
it's
out.
a little thicker. Maybe they boil it down.
I don't know. Okay.
All right. Well, that's your drink. this
Well,
week.
at least it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, we did in fact see her making it, and there was some concern.
There was much concern.
But I had to make it. It was the perfect name.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Okay, well, so since Miranda and I pulled the same case, because I could not find a law, I will talk about the law that is at play here, and you can talk about the case.
Okay. And you can chime in too if I forget something.
Of course. So,
And I'll just sit here and look pretty.
there was. You're really good at looking pretty. I wasn't gonna say sitting there looking pretty, because
Thanks.
anyways, but no. So this is a case based out in Michigan, and the law, which I'm dubbing the Hitman Law, is part of the Michigan Penal Code. And just to kind of paraphrase it, tone it down, a person who solicits another person to commit murder, who solicits another person to do or omit to do an act which, if completed, would constitute murder, is guilty of a felony punishable by imprisonment for life or any term of years. So that was the law at play in this case. Carry it away, Miranda.
Oh, I didn't research the law. I just researched the case.
Oh, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, the case just came from July 2020. Michigan woman named Wendy Wine.
Oh, that's a fairly recent case.
Yes. She decided she wanted to have her ex-husband murdered. So
They
she
were already divorced, and she wanted to have a murder?
Yes, because it's well, think about it. It's 2020. It's like peak COVID times, and like there's nothing really else to do.
Other than murder your ex-husband?
No, not murder them. Hire someone to do it. So, you're just bored and you're like, it'd be really fun. Let's see if I can find a hitman to kill my ex. I don't know. So she sought out murder for hire, and she came across a site called Rent-A-Hitman.com, which
Is it still active?
it is still active, and
Oh
it's amazing. 100% recommend looking at it, not hiring a hitman. So she filled out a form. There's a form on the site that says seek a free consultation. So she's like,
Are you serious?
yes. Yeah. And so she does that, and she's like, hello, yes, I will pay you $5,000. Please just get rid of this man. And then 48 hours later-ish, they wrote her back, and they're like, hey, do you still need help? And she was like, yes, I do. And so so she thinks the whole time she's talking to what's his name? Guido?
It's Guido.
Oh, that is a great hitman name.
Which I think Guido, isn't that a character on Star Wars?
Oh,
Is it?
I don't know.
It was Guido Finelli.
I don't know the Finelli part. But anyway, so she thinks it's not who she's talking to. She's actually talking to a Bob Ennis, who owns the site, who's from California. And so he sends a person to meet her in a parking lot in a town south of Detroit, because that checks out. And so she offers to pay him again. She gives him all the deets. She's like, this is his name, this is where he lives, this is where he works, this is his address at work, this is his work schedule. And then she gives him $200 in cash right then and there for travel expenses, because she's like, you're going to need this to travel to another state. Because that's how much it costs to travel to other states, apparently. Anyways, and this person was actually a state trooper in plain clothes posing as a hitman through the
So
site.
this is like a website where cops meet up with people who want to hire a hitman?
So
That's...
this,
First off, who thinks it's a good idea to type in your information to get a consult for a hitman?
that is an excellent question. And so I dug into the whole website. So anyways, he started this website in 2005 when he was in business school. It was for an internet security business he was trying to do. And so it was to focus on web traffic and risk analysis, hits to your website.
Uh-huh.
And then the site nothing really took off there, so he just kind of shut it down. He tried to sell the domain name, nobody bought it, and so he just forgot about it and just kind of left it alone. Well, then randomly in 2008, he's like, I should check this site. And he had 250 to 300 messages, give or take,
Oh my
with
gosh.
people asking questions about his services.
That's kind of scary.
Very scary. And then in 2010, he gets an email from this lady who's trying to have 3 people murdered. So she's based out of Canada, and she was like, hello, yes, I would like you to kill these 3 people because they stole my father's inheritance and ruined my life. And so he's like, oh, this seems pretty serious, because she like gave the names, the addresses, all this personal information on these people. And so he like follows up, and she was like, yes, I do need your help. I would like to meet someone. Please make this happen. And so obviously he calls the police. She gets arrested. She serves 4 months in prison, and she gets deported back to she's from the UK, so after 4 months in Canadian prison, she gets deported to the UK. So that was like his first one, and then he kind of keeps the site up and running to dupe people looking for hired killers. But so a lot of his clients, so-called clients, have been found guilty of using the site to solicit murder, but he's got red flags everywhere. Like, everything on the site screams like it's a trap. Like,
this is fake. Yeah. Like,
but they don't care. They still are like,
no, people don't pick up on it.
Oh my god.
It's wild.
Yeah, well, it is wild, and we'll get into that because I got some like funny, my favorite things from the site. But anyways, he's like had more than I think he said 650 to 700 people filling out requests on the site, and he says a lot of them are jokes because people just whatever.
Okay.
But about 10% of them end up being legitimate cases that lead to police involvement.
Wow.
And then his policy, though, is not just, if you send a message, I'm automatically going to contact the cops. He waits like 24 to 48 hours to give you a cooling off period, and then he'll send you back a message with 2 questions. Do you still require service? Do you want to meet with a field operative? And the field operative obviously is an undercover cop, because then he'll call the cops in wherever city you're kind of posting from.
Is it kind of crazy that I would like to submit a request just to see what happens?
Shauna! I was low-key tempted to do that too, but not like for a real person, to see if he would contact back or immediately see that it's a joke. But.
And then be like, totally just kidding.
Oh,
but
God.
would you talk to the podcast people? Like, would you come on?
Yeah,
that would be
really
so
cool.
fun.
So this lady in Michigan, she was actually charged with the solicitation for murder and also using the computer to commit a crime. Did you find out what that is, using the computer to commit a crime?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That wasn't a hitman law.
I didn't look into it, but it seemed kind of weird. Like, do we have that here?
I guess it's almost like... No, I can't think of it.
I couldn't think of anything that it would be similar to.
Cyberstalking?
I guess, but the law was actually called, like, using a computer to commit a crime.
Yeah.
So,
I did have a question, and I'm glad that you actually looked into this, because the law, and you guys both have done criminal law, so the affirmative defense for this law was that under circumstances manifesting a voluntary and complete renunciation of his or her criminal purpose, the actor notified the person solicited of his or her renunciation and either gave timely warning or cooperation to appropriate law enforcement authorities, whatever, substantial effort to prevent the performance.
So that's almost like conspiracy, but try to get out of the conspiracy.
Yeah, so question then. So how does the 24-hour cool-off period impact that? Because is that, like, when we're talking about a substantial effort?
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like if you have serious inquiries onto the website, I don't know, is 24 hours enough? Like, giving them a cooling off period and they rescind it? Or, do you get what I'm saying?
Maybe. Or maybe it's like if you met with the field operative in person and you were like, hey, no, like, just kidding, I don't want to do this anymore, maybe?
Yeah.
That would be the affirmative defense?
I just don't know, like, what qualifies for this affirmative defense. Like...
Because it sounds like the 24 cooling off period wouldn't, because if he wrote you and said, do you still need our service, and you just didn't reply back, that's not, like,
I don't feel like qualifies.
renunciating anything. Because I think because to get out of a conspiracy, don't you have to, like, actually say, like, I don't want to do this anymore, and then, like, take a step to
to the police,
so it might be similar, but if you just don't respond to someone's query, maybe he would just, I mean, I don't think he'd be charged, because it sounds like he's not reporting people to the police.
But the question also is, should he? You know, like, if that is technically...
Well, if people are joking...
That's true.
Or maybe it's just like, you get so mad, and you say something like you don't really mean, and then, kind of like that.
Like I did today with He Who Must Not Be Named.
I don't know what you said. I was not here for that.
Good.
Oh, God. I don't want to know.
I text you. I have it in
Oh,
writing.
never mind. Cheers.
Okay. Don't write down your plots, guys. It's something else we're learning here is don't write it down. Anyways, this lady.
Joke, see?
Okay, well. Okay.
You should renounce it.
Renounce it.
It's been renounced.
Okay.
Solid.
Anyways, I don't know anything about this. I'm not going to be implicated in anything. Wendy Wine, however, she was sentenced in January of this year, so 2022, to 7 to 20 years with credit for 545 days of time served. And so she pleaded guilty to the solicitation for murder and using a computer to commit a crime. But so he has on his website, like he talks about there's like 18,000 give or take field operatives. And this is like
18,000?
Yes, but this is actually like the number of officers that he would contact. Anyways, so he's caught several other people. I don't know if you looked into any of the other people he caught, but
No.
in 2018, a man in Virginia was caught trying to use the site to kill his ex-girlfriend and her parents because his plan was to kidnap her baby daughter. So he put in the request, like, kill them, do not kill the baby, because he said he wanted to be like the father to the I don't know if it was actually his child or if he just wanted it to be. So he was also sentenced to 10 years for solicitation to commit first-degree murder in 2019. And then in 2022, a 14-year-old from Louisiana used the site to request to get her ex-boyfriend killed the day after Valentine's Day. I don't know. Bad Valentine's Day. And so I think that one, I'm not sure if it's still pretty recent. It's probably not been resolved yet. But
she probably is charged in
juvenile court, I guess. I just read that they were like therapy involved, which
sounds good.
That checks out. That sounds like something that needs to happen. But he gets requests from overseas too. And so the site is filled with fake testimonials and like dark humor. So it's hilarious. It's like exactly my type of humor and I loved it. I was like laughing so hard looking at it. But Enes, I'm not really sure how to say his name. Anyways, he stated this when talking to the press. I thought nobody can be that stupid, but boy, have I been proven wrong. I'm like, yeah. So, anyways, some of the jokes on his did you look at his site?
I did not, because I was terrified. I was like, oh my gosh, will I get in trouble by pulling the site up?
I just went for it. I went for it. I was like, it's a joke. I'm not contacting him.
Well, I already felt like I was in trouble because I kept Googling Hitman loss. I'm in trouble with Hitman. Like
the FBI's gonna come to your house.
Yeah. And I was like, there is no way I'm clicking on this site.
Yeah, after all of that, I didn't search for that because I had already heard of this case, so I was just like, Michigan woman hitman case, and then that came up, and I was like, okay, Rent-A-Hitman, that's what it's called, because I thought it was called like Hitman for Hire or something, which may be another site. I don't know, didn't check that one out, so hopefully, but I can see where
I was afraid to hit the site. Me and Miranda want to submit requests.
No, I just don't want to submit a request, just to be clear. Request. I just kind of wanted to be like, this is hilarious, dude, like, keep it up. Like, I laughed so hard at it. But, so on the site, he promises confidentiality, and this is like at the top of it, under the Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964, aka HIPAA, which was actually passed in 1996 and protects healthcare information, not Hitman information. And the tagline on this website, it says, Rent-A-Hitman, your point-and-click solution.
Wow.
It's just like, wow. What?
I cannot believe people think this is real.
I know. That sounds hilarious.
It's insane. It's actually insane.
He talks about how the dark webs, with an S, the dark webs are not safe because they'll sell your information. But not him, not on the World Wide Web, and that's what he keeps calling his site. It's on the World Wide Web.
I think she even, TV timeout. I think she even made a comment in her inquiry on that. Like,
she did. Yeah, I didn't write it down though.
Yeah, she said, this is kind of weird that your company is not on the deep or dark web. And she said, I prefer not going to jail. Thanks for your time. I'm like, okay, so you obviously knew that something was off about this, and you're like,
then I'm still gonna go for it.
And I like that she prefers not to go to jail, but I guess she's willing to.
Yeah.
And does.
Well, she does, so.
But just prefers not to.
Yes. But it's when he's talking about the dark webs with an S, he also says your privacy isn't guaranteed. Your information could be leaked to thousands of, and this is a direct quote, your information could be leaked to thousands of less than stellar sites, including law enforcement, and that's no fun. With an exclamation point after fun.
That's no fun.
He also says his business has been open since 1920, which think about that for a minute.
How old is he?
How? Because the internet's not been along though.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internet's part too. But I'm like, how old is he?
Well, he doesn't say. He's ageless.
Got it.
But you can donate to buy him a cup of coffee on there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, to keep his site up. Because he actually does accept, like, this is for real. He accepts donations to keep the site up because he uses it still to, like, catch people who would be trying to get people murdered to report to the police. No. Like, people that get the joke, that think it's funny, would be the ones doing that. But he also offers customizable solutions to all of your needs. So he says this is where he says services offered. So to be clear, all his services are hitman services, but these are the particular situations where you could choose to use a hitman or hire one, rent one, is to take care of bullying at the gym, office, and the club. Hilarious. Like, what are you gonna do? Like at the club and be like, oh, this dude won't dance with me, hitman, or whatever. I don't know. This dude didn't buy me a drink.
Or the office.
That's dangerous. He says also, shut up. We work in the same office.
I love you though.
I'm scared.
Somebody else should be scared.
But not really, because this is a joke site.
Yes.
I know nothing.
Anyways, moving right along. He also says this. You are going to get yourself in trouble.
Good thing I have an attorney.
Okay. Okay. He says he can make any troubled relationship disappear. And then underneath it, this is a direct quote from his site. We've all had a relationship or two that you just wish would go away, but didn't know how to end it.
So hire a hitman.
When you're just like scared to break up with someone and you're like, I don't know how to get out of this. Let's just kill him. Like, I don't know what else to do.
Oh, wow.
He's got a couple of testimonials on there with blurred stock photos. And these were two of my favorite ones. They're like clearly stock photos with the faces blurred out. These are two of my favorite ones. Laura S. from Arizona says, I caught my husband cheating with the babysitter, and our relationship was terminated after a free public relations consultation. I'm single again and looking to mingle.
Oh my god. So does he have like a spin-off website for dating?
He should. And then Fernando, I think he just said Ferdinand M. from Kansas. My business schedule is too busy to get my hands dirty with human relations issues. So I consulted Rent-A-Hitman, and they handled my disgruntled employee issue promptly while I was out of town on vacation. Wow.
It's just...
like, I'm just imagining, like, you reading this and actually thinking it's real.
Right.
Like...
It's a different approach
How?
to human resources.
Like, this man is disgruntled. He must die, but also, like, while I'm on vacation, so I don't have to deal with
the
it.
The next person who comes to me because I'm HR, I'm going to send him to this website.
Take care of it yourself.
He also promises services in 200 countries, and then this is what he says. He's like, we have hitmen, or we have operatives in 200 countries, including Canada. When this is a US-based company, so it's funny that they would even list Canada. And then also the remote New Ganada with a G Islands, which is not a real place.
Ganada?
New Ganada Islands. So, yes.
It's the fact that people actually think this is
That's
real.
what
They're
makes
just
it funny.
That's probably why he can keep it up.
Probably. The more you look, the funnier it gets. He also offers group and senior discounts.
Group and hey, we could get
that grandma trying to whack somebody. Like,
no, I think it's for like knocking, like, you know, killing grandma.
Oh,
he has four packages available. These are the 4 packages available. The groups 3 or more, senior 65 plus, spring cleaning, and graduation.
I'm just disturbed.
The groups in the senior, like, I can kind of get, like, I mean, not that you'd want to knock off those people, but I can get that those being, like, discount packages for, like, you know, anything. You know,
So that one
but
guy
the spring
from-
cleaning and the graduation was just hilarious to me.
So the guy who wanted to knock off his ex-girlfriend and her parents.
He would have gotten the group discount, 3 or
Oh,
more.
good
'cause
for
this-
him.
Yeah, 3 or more. Yeah.
Just what?
Spring cleaning though. That's what. Like what? Like.
I'm done with this relationship.
Done with this person.
It's March.
Get out. Or graduation.
Graduation's odd.
That is just such an odd package. But also, and here's where I'm like, come on, guys. Like, you got to know this is fake. He offers a 10% discount if you mention the code Cool Cats and Kittens.
That's from
Okay, Tiger King.
Yes,
Tiger
who
King.
tried to hire a hitman to off Carol Baskin.
Oh, that's right.
So ironic and probably based on that. But I'm like, come on, guys. Okay, like, can you not read that and see, like, this is clearly a joke? What actual hitman would be like, yes, I have a 10% discount. Mention Cool Cats and Kittens at checkout. Like, what?
I'm just... What? Already. So when I was looking into it, I already thought it was absurd. But what?
Yeah, it just gets... And then he has an awards page on there. You can see all the awards he's won. Like, from 28...
Award?
Listen, from 2018 to 2021, every year in a row, he won the Trigger Warning Award. In 2021, he won the Best in Class from the International Association of Retired Hitmen. And then in 2020, he won an award in Russia, which the award name was written in Russian. And if you translate it, at least on Google Translate, it translates in English to "I love turtles, LOL made you look." That is hilarious.
That's probably my very favorite.
And then there's like a contact forms where you can put all the information, because I clicked on every single link on here. I was like, where more jokes, please. He has options to upload a file, like a file or a picture if you want to upload of the victim or target victim or whatever. And he specifically states in there, you can drag and drop your files here. Please no cat pics.
So he doesn't want to be a hitman to kitties.
I appreciate that.
Or he doesn't want to see your cat pics, I guess.
No, I think he loves cats. He doesn't want to.
You can
That's
also
fair.
apply
That's
if
what
you
we're
are
gonna say.
out of work currently. You can apply to be a hitman on his website. He also has a legal and alibi department, which is hiring,
Oh.
and that's
Oh,
one.
is
We
that-
should all apply there.
It's the legal and alibi department. But
I'd like to know what he pays.
oh, you can also pick a category, like where it says hit, or when you fill out your little form, like I would like to off this person, you put the category of like who is it, and it's like gym bully, club bully, employer, employee, family member, ex-family member, whatever, and then another one says lawyer.
Oh!
It's like, oh my god, people are that disgruntled.
That's scary.
That's scary. Well, if they use this website, it's not that scary because the police will take care of it. But if they use the other websites, it's very scary.
Wait,
So
have you guys had clients threaten you like that?
no, I have not.
I haven't either. I have good clients. I love mine. Oh my gosh! Okay,
I
well,
have good clients. I've had some disgruntled clients. They have not threatened to off me or anything, but some people are scary.
Well, if they use Rent-A-Hitman, it'll just be the police intercepting them. But also, if you're interested, you can buy T-shirts on this website.
We should buy a t-shirt.
I low-key kind of want one.
wait, can we actually do this? That would be.
But it
over.
was hilarious. It is like clearly it's a joke. But also too, if you look at the bottom of the page, which is like where the whole menu is, there's a disclaimer on the bottom and it says disclaimer. And then it says this, direct quote again. It says that due to legal and contractual reasons, we are no longer affiliated with the Diners Club, the Detroit Lions, Kanye West, the Illuminati, Donald Trump, Rudolph Giuliani, Alec Baldwin, Kyle Rittenhouse, Carol Baskin, or Vladimir Putin.
What does their shirt say?
It's like black and it's got like a target on it and it says Rent-A-Hitman. And it has said some other stuff too. I don't really remember. I was just like, oh my gosh, they have shirts. It's hilarious.
You should have showed up
would
in the
wear
shirt.
that.
Should
Would've been
have
hilarious.
been the key here, well, if none of the other things clued you in, like, this is not real. Like, why would you think you could rent a hitman and then buy merch from your hitman?
I rented a hitman.
And here's this shirt to prove it.
And I'm going to have him sign my t-shirt. Like, what?
Yeah, it was bizarre. Anyways, I highly encourage checking out the site for comedic value only. Please do not.
Just don't Google hitman law. How not to get caught as hitman. What?
Or if you do get caught, just call Miranda. She'll represent you.
Do not call me. Miranda will not represent you.
She will.
I will not.
She's a great criminal law attorney.
Please do not call me. Please do not rent a hitman either. Like, this is clearly a joke. I'm sure on the dark web they probably do have sites.
Don't say that.
I mean, the dark web has everything terrible and bad. But also, too, it is monitored by the FBI.
The dark web or Rent-A-Hitman?
Well, I don't think Rent-A-Hitman is because it's clearly a joke and he's already kind of doing his own reporting. But the dark web, like, yeah, don't even think the FBI doesn't know what you're doing out there. The FBI knows.
They always know.
They always know.
Oh, well.
Anyways.
That's concerning.
I can't believe there's an actual website.
Yeah, I highly encourage checking out. If
Hilarious.
you've got like a free 5 to 10 minutes, definitely do because it's really funny and there's a lot more like funny stuff on there.
He must, like the people he says he's not, the thing he said at the end. Donald Trump.
No longer affiliated with.
He must have jokes about all of them on there.
He probably does, but also too, one of the photos on there, which I'm going to try to link to the video if you guys watch the video, it like literally it has his like slogan, the point and click solution. We offer customizable, solution to your hitman needs. It's got a photo of some dude on there with like a ski mask on and a suit, and he's carrying a briefcase and making like a face, like I just got caught, oops, type of face, and it's like so comical. It looks like it came from like a children's television show. Like that's like the level of like comedy there in that photo, and I'm like, how could anyone look at this and be like, this is legitimate, this seems real? And like, I mean,
anyone showing up in a suit with a ski mask, I'm gonna know.
Yeah, he's got his arms like this with a little briefcase, like, oh no.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's special.
I do have something off topic of the case. Ooh. So, when you were researching, did you come across, I think it's Quora, is that the name of the website that has all the discussion forums? I found a discussion forum that said, is it legal to be a hitman?
I found that too, and I was like, I'm clicking on this.
I was like, no! But I did click on it.
That's the answer.
They said the answer by them, we are not saying this is correct or true or any of the above, but it was saying that it's illegal to be a hitman until you start discussing actually carrying out a murder of someone.
Okay, then...
But you're not hitman.
You're not a hitman then. Okay, so...
It was a very interesting
So
thread.
it's like, it's legal to be one during Halloween if you don't actually murder someone.
Yeah, I guess it's legal to like be like, yeah, I'm a hitman, but like as long as you don't actually do anything,
then you're
or
not a
discuss doing
hitman.
things. That's just what that thread said, and I'm not saying that's legal advice or true or anything, but
Yeah, I wouldn't go around calling myself a hitman. I think that probably gets you in trouble.
Yeah, I feel like that would definitely, you would be under some kind of investigation there for sure.
Yeah, if you like your life scrutinized, go for it.
No, thank you. I already feel like I'm on the radar now from looking at all the hitman stuff. So
you just put the word funny in front of everything, and then they're like, "Oh, she's
joking." I started doing that later on because I was like, I'm not finding anything funny, and there still was nothing funny. Like, there's no absurd, crazy laws on it like we found in the past.
Right.
The law is don't murder folks.
Yeah.
or try to contract other people to do that.
Yeah. So, anyways.
But it leads to funny results when you have websites like Rent-A-Hitman.
Yes. Yeah, that's funny.
And we are grateful for all the work he does because that is incredible that he's been able to catch people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think it's kind of interesting that everyone that you talked about that was caught was always trying to get an ex. Like, move on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like that's not the best solution, is like, let me break up with him and then also murder him.
Like, break up with him and move right along.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I didn't really like dig into those cases so
Yeah.
well, or like see what happened that would have like
even
prompted
Wendy.
that. Do you look that up?
I will say for Wendy, the reason she got the time that she did was because the judge said he was taking into consideration some mental health issues that she was suffering from.
You think?
Oh yeah, she had lost multiple people in the months prior to her actually doing this. Now, granted, I don't know anything beyond that, but I don't know if losing family members or friends would be like, yeah, let me go ahead and take out my ex. I don't know.
Take out more people?
Yeah, I was confused on the reasoning. There has to be more of a story there, but I will say her attorney had mentioned, and maybe it's a domestic violence situation, but her attorney said she was a victim for life, and this was a manifestation of significant trauma. So maybe there's more to that story. I'm not saying that justifies it. I'm just throwing that out there.
I can definitely see that, but also if she was clearly having red flags, like with the site when she says like, oh, it's weird that you're not on the dark web or whatever. Like, stop there. If something looks like a red flag, it's probably a red flag. So
that is
go the
life
other way.
Advice right there.
For anything.
Yes.
Not just hitman websites.
Yeah. Life advice. Well, that's our episode this week. Thanks for joining us. What do we have coming up next week? Do we remember?
That is a great question.
I do not know, but I think we
good.
start
Don't
our
know the
fall
answer to.
theme, maybe.
Yeah, I think
Oh, wait, no, we're doing cell phones next week.
Cell phones, are we?
Cell
Okay,
phones.
so not fall, just kidding.
Yeah, cell phones, I believe, is what's up next.
Well, it is now.
Yeah, if it wasn't, it is now.
All right.
So don't forget to like and follow us on all those different places.
TikTok, Instagram,
Facebook,
Facebook.
Amazon,
Anchor. We forgot to mention Anchor,
Anchor.
at the beginning.
Spotify,
Apple Podcasts,
YouTube
Google.
if we haven't said it. We are everywhere. Like and subscribe to us everywhere.
Yeah. And send us a comment. Who knows? Maybe you'll get a sticker too.
Yeah. We love our fans.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.